All right, today we're out at Walnut Creek. Just a small lake, kind of like if you watch some of my earlier videos, the Whispering Lake, except that's much bigger. There's a lot of fishing going on in this lake, which is surprising, and some slight boating. The other lake is a lot bigger, but so I couldn't find a good trail that I wanted to do today on other rails. So today we're just going to go back to our lake trails. We're going to do this one. It's only about 5 miles. Or actually I think it's 3.9, so but double that as always, so we're looking at probably like 5-6 miles, no big deal. So as always, giving away that helmet. 50 subscribers, boom. As long as you're subscribed, you're fine, you're always entered. But yeah, if you like, I'll give you an extra entry. Like and comment on the videos. Always give me advice, share with me better cameras, better things I can do. Once we do get to 1,000 subscribers, I will, as I've said before in many videos, give away a bike valued at least $1,000. With that said, I'd like to shout out to everybody on the Facebook groups: Omaha E-Bike Enthusiast, E-Bikes Over 50, Repair and Diagnostics, yeah, all the Facebook groups. Again, check out my website, www.ecocycleusa.com. That will be going down shortly for some revamping, because all I do is I sell bikes here locally in Omaha. But, you know, every now and then if you hit me up, I can always get you a lower price on one of the bikes and send it directly to you. Sometimes that may require some shipping costs, but generally it's free. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and get on with the ride. We've got another video up. We're actually riding with some friends. I call it the Thursday Night Fun Ride. And that was back on the Mopec Trail, but this little camera decided not to work. So once again, we're on the helmet cam, which is never good. I think for the most part on this one, since it's not a lot to discuss, I mean, you can see what's around. We got some nice nature, just a nice little walking dog bike path. There's a little bit of lake in a town called Papillion, which is a suburb of where I live in Omaha. I couldn't figure out a good trail today, so like I said, we're back on the lakes. I guess we can break my videos up into pretty much rails and trails, lakes, and I'm hoping to add some ghost towns. But when I went out on a couple videos ago out to the Stone Ash Bridge, the lineup was supposed to be the ghost towns after that, but unfortunately the ghost towns were too far away. With that said, I think I'm just going to be quiet, and we're going to play a little music maybe today on this one. We'll know in the editing what I do, but but yeah, let's go ahead and get the glasses on so I don't get attacked by the bugs. Big RV camping area here, which is so funny because it's in the middle of town. So a lot of RV camping, and see a little secondary, I call it a pond, right over here. I don't know if they, obviously they have to stock fish, or at least did. And if you see, you can't see it well there, but the dogs out there playing in in the water. Kind of cute. Yeah, I just want to show you that because we don't have a lot to look at on this trail. This is more of just I want to get away. I think we're getting closer and closer to me taking off and doing a long trip. So I hope you guys subscribe because I gotta at least get to 1,000 subscribers so I can start getting a few dollars to pay for at least gas. I've paid for all the equipment, all the bikes, everything's out of my pocket. And some of you don't care because you don't watch. But if you do enjoy watching trail riding and just literally looking up a trail and going to it and discovering what's going to be on that trail, then I'm the one you want to watch. Because you get thrown in some good history, some good towns, some fun, you know, along the way. I try to make it exciting. I always wonder what stuff like that is. Okay. Yeah, watch the videos. Sometimes you'll be like, oh man, the video's slow and sucks. But other videos you might find pretty fascinating. So just like the Whispering Lake, we're right in the middle of some really nice houses. This dude, check this shit out. This dude, look at the feature he put in. Oh my God, that's freaking awesome. Let me see if you can see it, because I can't tell if you can see it or not. You know what, we're going to take a pause. And I'm going to pull out my other camera. Alright, so I'm re-recording this from my gimbal because when I turn it off it says recording canceled. And I don't want that to happen. But what I was trying to show you guys is, look at that. This guy, you know, like I said when we were on the other lake, that I get mad when people have the money and they don't put in a freaking pool, and a couple people are, but this rich guy took it a step further and put in an actual landscaping waterfall, and you got a pool way in the back over there. Pretty nice. And that's something you should do. I mean, you got a house like that and got the money and you're right on a major park, rec park, you should show off your shit. Hi. But yeah, so then we go over here to the lake. And you got some kayakers out there. And then over here, we got a guy on his fishing boat. I got respect for that, man. Like I said, because on the other lake that's much bigger, you don't see hardly anybody doing boating. I mean, I guess it depends when you go. Maybe I just go at the wrong time. But this is a much smaller lake, and I've seen people on the shorelines and everywhere fishing. To be honest, I don't know what kind of fish you're going to get. We're still in the city. Like I said, this is Papillion. It's a suburb of Omaha, but it's in Omaha, basically. And I don't think I'd want to eat any fish out of this lake. Now the bike's not on, I'm pedaling by myself. No assist. Now it's on. Scenic route here. Got another pond to the right. A couple of bikers. This guy's are biking and fishing. Kind of cool. Little kid there. Tons of scooters on this trail. I don't see a lot of scooters, but on this one I'm seeing a lot of scooters. And of course you're seeing a lot of people walking. Talk a lot. I want to put some music in the video, but I have to stop and show you this for those cyclists and guys who walk. They go, "Oh, e-bike's nothing." Well, here you go, another whole e-bike stand. We have this at every lake. People can rent these. Again, if you're renting these, I've got bikes under $1,000. Come buy one. As long as you're riding more than like once a year. I also like this. Trail is 1 hour walk. Park closes at 10 p.m. And look, they got like a little bike trail over here. Should we take that?
Is that electric?
Yeah.
How fast is that?
32.
32?
Yeah.
How can you pay for that?
This one's 1,800. And we also have another trail to the right, which I don't quite get. I do know there's a connection somewhere, so I can end up on another trail that's actually like a lot longer, which with this bike I could totally do. I am really interested in this little pathway they've got. Let's just check it out. If it gets too difficult, I ain't gonna stay on it. But I always like to give you guys something cool to look at. This is not a mountain bike, so I have to be real careful. I don't have the suspension and stuff on this bike. But I like this, how this one and Whispering Hills do this, where they have it where you got the bike pass on the side. As you can see, I'm like totally going slow. I'm not fast. If you want fast, watch the mountain biker videos. Again, it's always about exploring. I just hit a super mud patch. Yeah, see, this is too much for me. because there's a bridge there, but I'm afraid by the time I hit that bridge, I'm going to freaking break my damn neck. Because this bike isn't built for that. So we're going to go ahead and turn around here. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm too scared to ride it. As you can see, we're walking. I'm not going to take a chance. I don't have the right bike. And it's very muddy. We've had a little bit of rain here, so a little more than I wanted to bite off. I'm a little too old to take risks. I'll take small risks, but got a steep decline. And I'm like, nah, we're not going to do that. I mean, if you watch my videos, you see me do a lot of crazy shit, but not feeling it today. Yeah, it goes down there pretty good. And granted, for the mountain bikers, that ain't nothing. Hey, there's a rabbit. That's a little weak-ass trail for mountain bikers, but for me, that's too much. If you watch my last video, Old Stone Arch, you'll see me going to a trail. It literally is not maintained. It's like you're on the real trail, and then you're right in the middle of a small trail, and then it just turns to pure overgrown grass and trees. You don't know what the hell's coming up. And I did risk that one because part of going on these trails and part of the journey with you and me is what kind of trouble can I get into? I mean, we've seen me run out of battery, we've seen me wreck. But yeah, that was the last video. If you want to see an actual mountain bike video, check out the Platte River. It's not a super long video because I had a couple wrecks and I stopped. But yeah, there's a lot of offshoot paths here going into the residential. And like I said, they said there's a path that connects. You go down a regular residential street and connect to another bike path. I'm not very good with that stuff. So I always get a little nervous if I go off the main. expect. Up my camera. This actually is a new one because I broke the first one. I told you all those mud spills in Platte River, and the last time I had it on a tripod, it fell over and it finally broke apart. And I'm too lazy to set it all up right now. I couldn't find the secondary path to take us further, but I do hope you enjoyed the music I put in there, and I hope you enjoyed some of the content. Again, I'm still learning some of the new cameras, and I'll have everything worked out, and then I'll eventually get a nice, what they call hover air. But Again, check out my links in the description. You know, if you feel like it, you can always buy me a cup of coffee. You know, I'm just trying to get enough gas money to go places, because I do hope within the next month I get up to Deadwood Trail, which is going to be about a 7-hour drive from here. So, yeah, with that said, we're going to end it here. I'm going to change into my suit and fly out of here. Peace, love, rock and roll. Again, check out for the helmet, and also be ready as we give away a bike. And like that one, this one, like and subscribe and hit the ding-a-lingy. I think that might help. You know, once we at least start getting about 500 people, we'll start getting into the algorithm, and that'll help me out a lot. I'm not here to be rich. These 20, 30-year-olds got rich off YouTube. I'm not here for that. I'm here for you guys to enjoy the trails, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos just because I can't go to Japan. I can't go to Germany. I don't have that kind of money, and it's kind of fun to watch that stuff. Yeah, let me know. Peace, love, and rock and roll.